Okay, I'm back. I've got another halfpenny. This one's slightly different. It's got a giraffe on it. And 1954. It was a good year for avocados, evidently. Right, let's punch a hole in it. Yeah, sometimes you think you've screwed this all the way down, but obviously I hadn't there. Yeah, it sometimes happens. Well, I can see it, yeah, she's good. Right, take two. Okay. So you even get to see the mistakes. That's better. That's a bit better. Right, I just want to clean out that inside edge. Make sure it's nice and clean. The weather's been quite bad in the UK, hasn't it? Cornwall, where I used to live. Well, I'm off to the UK next week for a few days. It's like a booze cruise. They're all jumping on a coach going down to some seaside hotel, 4 or 5 days. 140 pounds. It's not bad, is it? I mean, it keeps the hotel going, you know, there's a bit of money coming in. And we get a good deal. Be nice to see my friends again as well. Right, there you go. Nice and clean. So I'll get a bit of love with Bernie. If anyone's looking for a custom ring, I've got loads of coins. You can even send me your own coins. Yeah, driving back from the garage today was fun. God almighty, you're all over the road. There's a couple of cars in ditches, and I mean, even with the studded tyres on, you know, 5 or 6 inches deep, and they hadn't cleared it yet. I mean, they're out all the time, but it started snowing like about 6 o'clock this morning. So obviously we want to go. This sunny side up on the ring, so this goes face down. I can go in our little doming block called Dimples, and we need a ball bearing. And then we go over to Big Red. Give it a little bit of a squash down. Now I need one of my 17-degree folding dice. That's a bit... That should be okay. Put a bit of jollop in there. Too much. Right. Get it level-ish. That's good, wasn't it? La la, cha cha cha. Right. Let's show it some love, shall we? Okay. This is really soft. I've got a feeling this might split. I've had a few split rings lately. It's very thin. This won't make a big ring, if we can get there. Right, I'm now going to go over to Spike, so I'll be back in a sec. Okie dokie. Right, let's see what he's going to do for us today. This is a ring stretcher, and he stretches your ring. Ow. Yeah, I've got to make a few videos for when I'm away, so my girlfriend can still upload one. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays and Sundays. See that bow? You want to get that out of it. Oh, beer. I did get a bottle of that blue stuff he was talking about. I was going to try it on a coin today, but since Christmas here, everything's got sort of chucks in different places. I can't bloody find it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying it. See, there's no bow there now. But I think I'll try and make it a little bit bigger. See, this is where I go wrong. I try and go a bit too far. And then all of a sudden you pay for it. It's quite a small ring. And it's copper, so I think that will do. Is there a lip inside? There was a small lip inside, so we cut that out. I like that new clear coat I'm using, it's really good. I went, yeah, it was a couple of days ago, I went on eBay, looking around at different coins. There was a couple of coins that I wanted from the UK. So the coin was, I forgot what coin it was now. It was £8. And they wanted 37 quid to post it. £37. I contacted the guy, I said, you know, how comes it's 37 quid? He says, well, I think that's a fair price. I said, well, I send coins. I said, I make coin rings. I says, I send coins. Europe, I charge €7. I said, when I send them to the States or somewhere else, they're €10. I mean, that includes the, you know, the packaging and... Because I have to drive 20 miles to the bleeding post office. Why rip people off? And then they wonder why they don't sell anything, you know? Bloody crazy. He said, that's what eBay suggests. I said, well, you don't have to do what eBay says, do you? Anyway, I left him lying there. bit more. That's better. Right. Well, I don't need. Where is she? I don't need Kate Bush in there because it's there's no fire scale on it. So that'll save a few seconds. I mean, I didn't need Felton John in there. What am I talking about? Where is it? There it is. I need Felton John straight away. And a bit of the old polish. Yeah, another guy left me a nice comment. He said he uses Solvar. He says, but he buys it in a can. He says, you know, because you always lose the lid like I do, and I didn't know you could get it in cans. I mean, I haven't used it. I used to use it in my motorbikes, you know, back in the day. When I was a lad. So I'll have to check it out. He said he got it from eBay, I think, or Etsy, so I'll have to check it out. Gotta get a bit more personal, eh? What do you reckon, guys? If you're new to the channel and you'd like to subscribe, there's a little button bottom right corner of the video. Hit that, you're automatically subscribed. This should come up pretty sexy. And I got another email saying, do I make them out of gold coins? Well, I haven't, but I could. But I don't think I would. Okay, admittedly, if it goes pear-shaped, you've still got all the gold. But the price of a sovereign now is, I think it's about €1,000. 1,000. Or maybe just over now. I haven't checked for a while. I mean, a few weeks ago it was 900 or something, but the price of silver and gold has gone crazy. So I dare say it's well over 1,000. I mean, you know, I send you the centre punch and the shaving, so you still get the. It's about 8 grams of gold in a sovereign. Maybe a point or two under, depending on how old the coin is and how it's, you know. They're about 8 grams, just under. Then what do I do if I screw it up? What splits, you know? Okay, you've got the gold, but there you go, folks. One Australian halfpenny. Still got the detail inside, if it wants to focus. There she is, good old Lizzie. There'll always be an England. Maybe. So there you go. What size did we get? We've got a size, and you always measure from the reeded side. This is milled. But it's the same thing, it's the thickest part of the coin. This is a size 10 and a quarter, just over, or nearly 10 and a half. I mean, I can make it a little bit bigger. I can make them smaller. There you go, folks. Thanks for watching. Fits this finger perfectly. I hope you not snowed in. If you are, walk to the nearest bar and have a couple of bevies. So, oh shit, man, what's going on there? So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Mr. Wonderful. And you lot can have this. Have it. Right, this is that halfpenny. This is a little add-on. Because I know the copper takes well. So I just chucked it in this one. I just finished doing that shilling ring. And I thought, well, let's chuck the halfpenny in. Yeah, look at that. Now that's how you want it to come out. So I'll tack this on the end of that Australian halfpenny. Right, let's get a bit more involved, shall we? A bit more closeness. Right. I love this little button, it's great. Only cost a couple of bucks. You're just looking to get I do like the copper coins though, they're pretty sexy. It's good having this monitor because I can just sit and watch it while I'm doing it. Because I can't see jack shit otherwise. Right, that's my steel wool. There you go, folks. Yeah, I quite like that. One patinaed halfpenny, 1954. From Australia. Thanks, Paul. Love you to bits. Came out okay. There she is. Lizzie needs a bit of a wipe round. She's a bit grubby. See, there's the shiny part, and there's a patinaed part. Got a contrast, doesn't it? But if you wanted the whole thing shiny, I just go over it with Kate Bush again, and we're sorted. Did I do this? Yeah, I did the size on this. So this is just an add-on bit, you know the score, hardcore. Right, it still fits this finger absolutely perfect. Take it easy. Have it.